Hi guys, this is Sliver here, and in this video we're going to talk about how to get legendary runes in Diablo 4 Season 10. Now, even though most mobs have a chance to drop runes in the game, there are actually three main ways of getting and farming runes. The first one is not really farming, the first one is buying runes for in-game currency on outside websites. We're not going to really talk about this. If you have gold, then you are able to buy them. Second is farming layer bosses. In general, on Torment 4 difficulty, layer bosses usually drop 1, sometimes 2 runes, so it will take a long time until you get a sufficient amount of runes or the desired legendary rune that you want. Not to mention that legendary quality runes are still quite rare. This makes it so that you will have to have loads of boss materials in order to efficiently farm runes from layer bosses. The third and objectively best way to farm runes would be the Tributes of Harmony. Tributes of Harmony can be used at the Kurast Undercity Brazier, and if so, the boss of the Kurast Undercity will drop a load of runes at the end of the run. When you have enough Tributes of Harmonies, then you just have to run them over and over and over again, and you will very fast get a lot of very good quality runes. However, the problem is usually not running Tributes of Harmony in the Kurast Undercity, rather it is obtaining the amount of tributes that you actually need. Tributes come from multiple sources. Maybe the most reliable is the pit. So if you run the pit a lot, then you have a decent chance of getting a Tribute of Harmony from the end boss of the pit. Another okay-ish source would be the Whisper Caches, especially the Whisper Cache with the dungeon keys. So the dungeon keys Whisper Cache always has multiple Tributes of Harmonies if you manage to find it, especially on Torment 4 difficulty. A type of goblin, the Glittering Prim, which normally drops a lot of gems, also drops multiple Tributes of Harmonies guaranteed on Torment 4 difficulty. If you happen to be really broke and don't have boss summoning materials and also Tributes of Harmony, and you're still desperate for runes, then you can run the Kurast Undercity without a tribute equipped, and this will cause the Undercity boss to drop at least 1 rune at the end. But I would only recommend this as a desperation move. And lastly, I want to mention a very important tip that most players don't know about runes. You can actually transmute rare runes into legendary ones. To do that, go to the jeweler, and here the jeweler is able to transmute 3 of the same rare rune into another random rare rune, but the main thing about this process is that it has a 15% chance of creating a random legendary rune instead. So with this, you will want to obtain as many rare runes as possible from the previously mentioned sources and transmute your rare runes into another rare rune, and this way you will have a chance of getting a legendary. Especially if you are running with large quantities of rare runes, by the law of big numbers, you will get legendary runes. And this is what I wanted to talk about for this video. If you found it useful, then you might want to check this one out about finding the best way to farm Resplendent Sparks and Mythic Unique items in Season 10. Thank you.